Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, two young men chosen by fate to fight. Being the last two in the cycle of hatred, they were literally born to fight each other, guaranteed by their chakra, their fate being the incarnates of both Ashura and Indra. Not just once, not just twice, not just thrice, till it all came to a head on one fateful day at the end of the Fourth Great Shinobi World War. After one final titanic battle, Sasuke admitted he had lost. But that begs the question, in all their fights, were they going all out? Did we see all of what they could do? Did they use their powers in the most effective way imaginable, the most effective way possible? Hello everyone and welcome back, where today we'll be discussing, were they holding back? And if they were holding back, why were they holding back? Without any further ado, let us proceed and discuss how these two young men, one born in blood-stained darkness and the other born in light-filled solitude. Now Naruto and Sasuke have two fights at the Valley of the End, and we're going in sequence chronologically. So let's talk about their first fight when they were children. Now, I'm not going to recap the entire fight, but I will somewhat set up the scene. Sasuke had emerged from the coffin. It was fast approaching the border of the Land of Fire. Naruto gave chase. They encountered one another. They talked. Naruto trying to plead with Sasuke to stay, and Sasuke simply saying no. Thus the fight begins. Sasuke declares he and Naruto have become friends, which is what makes Naruto worthy of killing him. The battle takes them all over the valley. Rasengan meets Chidori for the second time. The explosion rips them apart as the kunai drops into the water. And Sasuke, using his curse mark, rushes at him again and shoves him straight through Naruto's lung and shatters his shoulder. Then, backed into a corner, Kurama's chakra begins to leak into Naruto, giving him a power boost and healing his damaged body, making him faster and stronger than Sasuke. Sasuke awakens the third Tomoe in his Sharingan. They clash once more seriously, and then Naruto enters his one-tailed cloak form, overwhelms Sasuke even with the new Sharingan until Sasuke is forced to use his curse mark stage 2. They clash one final time, Onyx Chidori versus Vermilion Rasengan, and then in the end of that, their minds harmonized for but a brief moment before they're separating. And when the scene comes back and the light fades, Naruto's on the ground unconscious with Sasuke over him. Sasuke has won their first encounter, and then, choosing not to follow his brother's example, leaves Naruto alive and goes to Orochimaru for further training to prepare for his fated confrontation with his brother. Truly iconic fight, one of the best in anime history. It is just chef's kiss. Amazing. But were they going all out from the jump? Were they using everything in their arsenal to their best advantage that they could? Well, if we kind of combine anime and manga, I am contented to say yes, actually they were. I know what someone's gonna say though. No, at the very least, Naruto wasn't. Why wouldn't Naruto go all out? What's happening here? Well, he didn't use summoning jutsu, he didn't summon Gamabunta, he didn't summon a toad. If he summoned Gamabunta, then Sasuke would have lost immediately. Yes, if Gamabunta had fought on Naruto's behalf, there is nothing Sasuke at that point could have done. He didn't have a counter with the snakes, there was no Manda, there was no Garuda. He would have lost, except I think people seem to very quickly forget that in part 1, Gamabunta didn't really listen to Naruto, and the only other toads he really summoned were either tadpoles or Gamakichi, equally useless in this example. Maybe Gamakichi is slightly more useful, maybe used as a distraction, but not useful in a straight up fight. What are you talking about? Gamabunta held Naruto with Shukaku. Yes, he did, but you also remember as soon as he saw Raccoon Shukaku there, he was about to leave. He's like, I don't want this smoke, I'm about to head home because this is BS, I'm not fighting a tailed beast. Well, we didn't know a tailed beast at the time, but I'm not fighting Raccoon Shukaku. It wasn't until he saw Gamakichi there, where he's like, alright, fine, I'll name you one of my henchmen since you did my son a solid. We're doing this, kid, and they work together. But also forget that by the end of that, they had to wake up Gaara to stop Shukaku. He was relative in the short term, but by the end of that fight, he said himself he's out of chakra, so him and Gamakichi left. If that fight had gone on past that point, Shukaku likely would have won. I guess that is to say, Gamabunta is unreliable. Again, in their first encounter, Gamabunta is like, kid, get off of me. Yes, he was growing impressed with Naruto as part 1 went on, and was impressed and was on his side in part 2 in Shippuden. But in part 1, he was, again, like I said, unreliable. he could not be counted on to stay and help with the fight. So likely, and this is how I always took it, Naruto, understanding that Gamabunta, potentially any other toad of his size or around there, would be unreliable, simply didn't bother with the summoning jutsu. Not because he forgot about it, but he weighed it in his mind, was like, could this be a thing? And was like, nah, it's too risky. And if it whiffs and I do summon like a Tadpole or Gamakichi, that's a waste of chakra. But for summon Gamabunta and he just leaves, that is a extra big waste of chakra, and now I'm in the deficit, so how about we just not? So I don't think Naruto was holding back. He made a strategic calculation and decided it was better just not to use the summoning jutsu in that fight. Now, in that fight was Sasuke holding back. That is a touch more tricky, because I do think in the physical department, he wasn't really holding back at all. Especially in that fight where he was trying to convince himself to kill his best friend. I think he was really pushing up to do it. Again, he was trying to aim for Naruto's heart, but he got shoved aside and only got his lung instead. The only really standout moment we really got is at the end there when Naruto was unconscious and Sasuke could have killed him and chose not to. But I also don't think that's the only moment. I feel there are two other moments that indicate his heart was not truly in it. The first one was when they were talking on the statues. Albert trying to convince Naruto to F off. I didn't ask for you to come after me, just leave me alone. You know, the entire exchange, Sasuke had a resolve to kill him. He just wanted him to go so he can go to Orochimaru and get stronger. Right there, his heart wasn't in it. He didn't want to kill Naruto. And then the second part, at least I always took it as that, at least a little bit, was when he put on the headband. Yes, it was a sign of him trying to be more serious, but also respect. He acknowledged him. And especially after Naruto had him pinned there and saying that you're like a brother to me, I feel like that's when he really wavered and ultimately sealed him not killing Naruto when he had the chance. Because he wasn't going to walk the same path as Itachi. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna kill my best friend, someone I care about, just to walk your path. But for the most part in that fight, at least physically, he was going pretty much all out. There wasn't a jutsu that was off the table for him, or he didn't feel like he could use like Naruto summoning jutsu. But now, let us swing the pendulum forward. It is the dawn of a new day. The dark crisis has passed us. The revived goddess has been felled. The two, no longer children, now stand before each other, men not that long ago united in common cause to defeat their shared enemies, now stand on opposite sides of the field once more. One wishes to awaken all and return the world to how it was, moving forward together in a bright tomorrow, while the other wants the ones he feels responsible in the Gokage to die for the current state of the world and the ninja system at hand, and to enslave the tailed beast and enact revolution. So they go off once more to the Valley of the End. Sasuke declares his intent and what he means by Hokage, and Naruto says he won't let that happen. He won't let Sasuke go into the darkness alone. And thus they clash one final time, as I somehow set the scene. They clash and repel one another. Sasuke, in the rebound, fires a fireball jutsu at Naruto. Naruto blocks it. Sasuke then teleports behind him using Umeno Tachikata and hits him into the water. Clad in his perfect Susanoo, he launches a ferocious attack at Naruto. Naruto then proceeds to block it with his Kurama avatar. Sasuke remarks that Naruto cannot kill him while fighting so defensively. Naruto replies with he doesn't want to kill him. And then they charge. Susanoo Chidori and Bijudama clash. And in that clash, their minds, souls, connect. And in this thought space, the truth of the meaning of the Hokage Sasuke speaks of is laid bare. He will become the eternal opponent to unite the villages, to unite all shinobi in hatred of him for eternity. Naruto rejects this and will not let him go into the darkness alone forever. In the physical world, the force of the explosion separates them. Both their avatars damage. Sasuke remarks that attacking at that level will never be able to kill him. Naruto again remarks he doesn't want to kill him. Sasuke then forces Naruto's hand. He calls over the sealed Biju and funnels their chakra into his Susanoo, making the Indra Susanoo. Naruto tries to counter with some shadow clones, but Sasuke easily bats them away. With the new power-up he has, it is likely he's the strongest ninja in the world at this moment. Naruto's clones fire Bijudama, but they are easily destroyed by Sasuke's new enhanced Susanoo, firing bolts of searing thunder, detonating them, and having lightning rain from the sky. Their fight has them dancing through the heavens, clashing numerous times until Sasuke stops to fire his ultimate technique, Indra's Arrow, while Naruto merges with his remaining clones and getting nature energy from another, charge up his ultimate technique. The two techniques clash, and the sky erupts in searing light. The atmosphere twists and distorts from the force of their attacks clashing. From the twisting clouds and burning sky, the two fall, nigh out of chakra. Upon landing on the ground, Sasuke launches a Amaterasu. Naruto blocks it. He then goes to use Chidori, which then Naruto uses Shadow Clones to help him dodge. Naruto then charges a Rasengan, but due to their lack of stamina, the Rasengan falls and Sasuke Chidori falters. What begins now is a brutal slugfest. No more jutsu, no fire, no Rasengans, no clones, just two friends coming to blows. Two brothers at odds. Hours go by. The two are battered and bruised, barely even able to throw a punch. Kurama finally gives chakra to Naruto, which Sasuke takes thanks to the Rinnegan's abilities. Naruto, still having some of Kurama's chakra, manages to counter when he notices Sasuke's Sharingan falter. Propelling him up into the rocks above, the two prepare for their final clash. Sasuke, with all that he has become and wishing to sever his bonds, uses a Chidori enhanced with Amaterasu, while Naruto charges a simple Rasengan. Sasuke falls downwards using the force of gravity to aid in his speed. Naruto jumps to meet him in the air. The two clash for one last time. They both awake hours later upon the ground, unable to move and bleeding out. It is here Naruto finally explains to Sasuke how he feels, what friend means to him, and upon this realization, Sasuke admits that he has lost, and that he finally, truly accepts Naruto, and thus brings an end to the cycle of hatred. The two brothers finally setting aside their differences and coming together. But were they going all out? Upon first analysis, it seems like Naruto was holding back the entire time. He didn't want to kill Sasuke, he was fighting very defensively, so it seemed like Naruto was very much holding back. And to be fair, I have seen these arguments before that Naruto was like demonstrably stronger than Sasuke. All Naruto had to do was boil release and then take his head off, and have that be that. The people have it in their heads that Naruto was like 10, 20, 100 times stronger than Sasuke was, even with all the Bijou, and there's nothing Sasuke could do about it. But if Naruto was that much stronger, why didn't he just, as I like to say, Luke Cage Sasuke and have that be that? I.e., if you ever watched the Marvel show Luke Cage, where with regular people, since Luke Cage is so strong, he taps them on the forehead and knocks them out, rattles their brain, and they just go limp. But people talk, Naruto just could have done that to Sasuke and have that be that. The point proven, Sasuke's solitude wasn't stronger than Naruto's bonds, and this was the power that it afforded him. Life goes on. These explanation, at least for me, is that they were more relative. In fact, I am willing to accept that Naruto was a bit stronger than him, but not to the inane degree that some people think he was. Because when they clashed with Susanoo Chidori and the Bijudama, both their avatars took damage. Seemingly an even amount of damage. Neither was left unscathed from that clash, meaning they were, at least in my opinion, some level of relative, because whenever that's happened to them in the past, that's because they put about the same level of power into these attacks and they just kind of repelled each other. Not too dissimilar to when Obi-Wan and Anakin did that force clash and they repelled each other. Back on the boil release point, why didn't Naruto just use boil release, move really fast, and again, like I said, take Sasuke's head off? Well, Naruto still has to travel a physical distance. Sasuke with his Sharingan or 6-Tomei Rinnegan could probably still clock him, use a mini Tachikata, get behind him, have Naruto whiff. Naruto goes creating past him and he would use a lot of chakra for a whole lot of nothing. So again, not that simple. In the same way, I can see Naruto could just use boil release, why didn't Sasuke just use the Chibaku Tensei on Naruto? He did with all other Bijou, especially he used Genjutsu first. Yes, Kurama would get him out of it pretty quick. However, we know that Sasuke's Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan Genjutsu is on par with Itachi Tsukuyomi, and this is Rinnegan, like 6-Tomei Rinnegan Genjutsu, which got all of the Bijou in a glance, which even the Sage 6 Paths was impressed by. And Naruto was warned Killer B, who is a perfect Jinchuriki, that if you looked in Itachi's eyes and Itachi Tsukiyomi, it would be over. Which says to me that I'm not saying Kurama couldn't get Naruto out of it, but it would take him longer to get him out of it. And in that time, Sasuke just could have used Shimaku Tensei drained Naruto's chakra, then use that to get the rest of the tailed beasts and have his plan go like that. Use that power, kill a now weakened and far more defenseless Naruto and have that be that. But again, it wouldn't be that simple because they were more relative. Now, were they holding back? And from my perspective, from everything I could glean from the anime and the manga versions of the fight, yes and no. What do I mean by that? No, in that they were pulling out all, if not most, of the stops. Indra Zero, Sage Art, Double Rasen Shuriken, Bijou Dama. I mean, they were blowing up stuff like it was going out of style. And the anime even added Kirin, which I wish the manga did, but you know, hey, we only get one Kirin in the manga. And they're fully capable of hurting each other's avatars. Because again, if Naruto was so much stronger than Sasuke, his avatar shouldn't have been damaged by any of Sasuke's attacks. Because people thought he was just like 1,000 times stronger than Sasuke was at that point, and that just simply wasn't the case. You see what happens when you're that much stronger. When something hits like your defensive barrier, nothing happens because you're just tanking it. So they were, again, relative. So I don't think they were holding back in that sense, because we see it all the time in like professional fighting. It's not the want to kill Sasuke, it's the want to beat him, the want to win. That's how I like to call it. The will to win versus the will to kill. Sasuke has the will to kill. Naruto has the will to win. The difference is that last hit that would kill them, that's the one they would hold back. If you want to put Naruto back, there it is. That last hit that would kill them, they would hold back if they got that far. Again, like I said, in professional fighting, we see them taking huge blows all the time. Broken bones, like skulls, broken hands, ribs, legs, and sometimes accidental death because they are throwing full force punches, kicks, the whole nine. They are holding nothing back, sometimes even biting, as illegal as that is. But yeah, they're just kind of putting their all into it. Because if they held back like they want Naruto to hold back against a comparable opponent, they'd be the ones in the dirt. Or at the very least for them, they'd be the ones losing. All it takes is one good hit to knock someone out. It's now onto the yes part. I think they're holding back. Because Naruto was, I guess, more holding back some of his offensive power, but not all of it. As we saw, rapid fire, Bijou Damas, Indra Zero had to get them out of the high sky, or rapid fire, Bijou Damas, and Sasuke uses Susanoo arrows or avatar, things like that. Naruto, he was focusing on defense, but he was still taking full force blows from Sasuke, which meaning defensive power at max versus offensive power at max. They were breaking roughly even when their attacks clashed. Again, both avatars were damaged similarly. But Naruto, again, he was mentally holding back as well. But at the same token, so in some respects with Sasuke, because every time Naruto said like, you're my friend, I don't want to kill you, I don't want to fight you like this, Sasuke had the ellipses. He was thinking, he was contemplating, because this is his friend. He acknowledged, and this is his bond brother he's fighting with to the death. Yes, he's doing this for the good of the ninja world and everything, but this is still someone he cares very much for, so he cares very deeply for. This is his family he's fighting. He recognizes Team 7 as his family, shades of his family in Team 7. I think the anime shows it the best. In their final clash of Amaterasu, Chidori, and Rasengan, all these people were lending Naruto, their energy, spiritually, so all the people with their Rasengan rolling around, lifting Naruto up into challenge Sasuke. Well, only one person came with Sasuke, that was Itachi. The one person who truly loved, understood him. Sasuke had burned other bridges, cut everyone else out, threw it all the way. We saw the expression on Sasuke's face. Like at one point, his heart just wasn't in it, especially at that point. Yes, he wanted to. He had conviction and fire, and he was throwing himself into it, attempting to legitimately kill Naruto. But some part of him did not want to do that, could not reconcile that. He's like, no, this is my friend, this is my brother, I don't want to kill him. So I think as to why we didn't see any of those fancy combinations is because they really were trying to effectively work this out, like physical ninja therapy. They have to punch and kick and hit. Sure, I could fancy your technique, your head off your shoulders, or fancy technique you into a rock bubble and have that be that. But that wouldn't really solve what needed to be solved. They wanted to have this fight. They needed to have this fight to have the feeling of their fists in each other's faces, to get out all the aggression, all the anger, all the hatred, all the sorrow, and just let it go. As Naruto said, he will take all of Sasuke's hatred when they fight, to save it up and give it all to me. I'm the only one who can handle it. And that's what happened. Sasuke let it out and let it go. And that's why he lost. He lost the clash of ideas. Because as Naruto even said, if we fight, we both die. And to be fair, if Sakura didn't show up at the end to heal them, stop that bleeding, they would both be dead. Maybe not Naruto, if Kurama woke up in enough time, he'd give him energy, as Sasuke would be out of luck. But then Sasuke was prepared to die anyway. So, yeah, I do think on some level they were both holding back. But what do I know? Maybe Genbunter was gonna do something if he was summoned. Maybe Naruto really was holding back that much. Maybe I'm reading too much into what Sasuke had going on in his head. But that's all I have for you today. I want to thank Andy and all of you who are watching for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.